morning. This is Victor Jimenez with Sewerline Check Professionals. I'm here at 632 Benson Way in Thousand Oaks, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line for Toby Skinner. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping which is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drainline system to the public sewer. The building drainline system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping which are underneath or interior to the structure. Today's video examination does not focus on the building drainline system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drainline system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drainline video examination can be set up through our office. Alright, now I've accessed today's main sewer line from a 3-inch maintenance access located here in the sub-access area of the home. And we pushed through about 50 feet of the building drainline system, and actually between what I can physically see, the outsides of the pipe, and what we've actually videoed, we've pretty much looked at the majority of the building drainline system, at least from an exterior perspective, as well as what we're looking at inside the pipe. Now after that 50 feet, the line's exiting out of the building right ahead in front of the garage. And I've actually marked the exact location where the line comes out of the building with a small dab of green marking paint out there in the driveway. And then we push another 39 feet. So it's pretty much a direct straight run, even from this access point that we started from today to the connection point at public sewer. So we're here at that connection point to public sewer, and we're going to be coming from public sewer back up to the access point that we started from today. Now this last section here of the line, a short section of PVC plastic piping there at the end. So we have a short section of plastic. It looks like the plastic's also what we have running under the street there. And then we're converting into a section of vitrified clay, this reddish material up ahead. Now this clay is basically running under the street and a portion of the curb base. Now, PVC plastic piping is an excellent material for main sewer lines. It has a long surface life expectancy. It's also designed to be impervious to root intrusions, and it has a smooth inner surface, so things tend to wash out. Now, the vitrified clay, this reddish material that we're in right now, also has a long surface life expectancy. However, it's more susceptible to damage during earthquakes and seismic activity, being a more brittle material. It also has a tendency to let in roots at the joint areas. So what happens is the way that this pipe is actually sealed, the joints are connected with a bell and a spigot, and then they put a mortar, like a cement mortar, in between the two pipes to seal them. Now essentially what happens is that you have roots that basically get into that system when they're looking for the water. Looks like we might have some rubber gaskets used for this connection, so it's not always that you have that cement used between the connections. Although the rubber doesn't necessarily stop the roots any more than the concrete might. But good news is that that section there under the street looks pretty clean. We don't see any major root intrusions coming in, but it is a good idea to keep in mind that that line should be cleaned on a regular basis to make sure that the roots and anything that might get caught up in there does get pushed out. Now we've converted into a section here of ABS plastic, very similar to the PVC. A little bit different material in the sense of the actual chemical composition of the pipe, but it holds basically the same characteristics. They both have long surface life expectancies, smooth inner surfaces, and they are designed to be impervious to root intrusions. Now this ABS plastic pipe, there you can see an opening in the line. So that was the initial or the original design for the actual main sewer line cleanout when this line was installed. However, this has currently been covered up by the concrete driveway. So I have located this exact spot and I've marked it with a little bit of paint just so that you have an idea of where the cleanout would go. It's not entirely necessary with the line that we're dealing with today. It's pretty straight. We have a plastic line. But technically that should exist, so I will include that in the report. Alright, so at this point we're now going to be heading under the building. We're in the building drainline system. We're in the same material though, this ABS plastic pipe running here along this the sub-axis of the home. And again, essentially we're looking at this, basically just trying to keep an eye out for any breaks or cracks that might be in there. This pipe, especially in the sub-axis where it's raised, we're not going to have roots coming in there. Looks like the slope on this is fine. We do have a little bit of debris building up at a couple sections, but as long as the line gets regularly cleaned, you're not going to have any issues with that. That right there is the tie-in. One of the bathrooms, and then we've got about another 20 feet here before we pull out of the line. Alright, now we're going to be pulling out of this cleanout. As you can see, we're here in the sub-access, so this is connecting into some of those pipes. Now this is the access point that we actually started from today. I'll get a photograph of that for the report. Just give that a second to save the photograph. You can see the line here. It's basically just running all the way down towards the garage, which is over there, and coming out of the building and heading right under the street in the driveway to connect to the public sewer. Alright, so at this point, my only recommendation would be that the main sewer lane cleanout should be installed up there in the driveway. It's not a very urgent repair, not something that is absolutely vital, but that would be the only thing I'd have to recommend at this time. So with that, I'm going to be wrapping up the video portion of the examination for today. Once again, this is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.